Speaking on an RIP to Carlos and my condolences, right?
Yeah.
And I'm in real time doing some production while we're having this conversation, but like, I don't know if he was a victim of gun violence out here, was he?
No. He just, God called this time.
Okay.
That's what really happens, you know?
Because a lot of, and you know, RIP once again, but like a lot of like these young gentlemen out here with everything that's going on are falling victim to gun violence and even stabbings and all types of crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I ask this question a lot to like guests and stuff when we're doing the podcast, but maybe I want to throw this question at y'all. What do y'all think that we can do to bring down gun violence in the city?
Man, honestly, I think it's for one, it's a very long road ahead once you have the things that are going on between people, you know? And then once things become ingrained in, you know, people's minds, it's hard to undo those things, you know?
Yeah.
So like, to be honest, I think, you know, it does start with, you know, like somewhere along the lines of equality, you know, like in terms of like, you know, the situation that we were talking about before, you know, like you can't just change one thing, you know, and then exclude everybody, you know, because now you're going to have people that will be pissed off and will, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know, you know what I mean? Like there's so many different scenarios that happen every single day. It's just hard to keep track of where everybody's mind is at. So I feel like, you know, it's somewhere that starts, you know, I'm not too sure, but it's got to be an equal game for everybody. Yeah. And then it also has to start with how you raise your children at home, you know?
That's been brought up multiple times.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like, you know, us as parents, I'm a parent, you know, I'm a single father of 2 kids. You know, my son, he's 17. He's just about to go to college. My daughter, she's 14, you know, so I have a lot on my plate when it comes to that. But I've never been, you know, I've never been one to like, you know, get into the space of them protecting themselves with weapons. You know what I'm saying? But there's kind of like a regret that I have, and I'll be honest, because, you know, like, I wish I was a little bit more educated in that area. You know what I mean? Not even just like what brand this is or how to load it or like, but you like on actually how to like, you know, defend yourselves and you know, like I'm pretty sure there's levels that come with that, you know, and then there's
concealed carry laws.
Yeah, and then there's so many levels of knowledge to it, and I think that is something that like we take away from ourselves as an actual like, you know, species. Like it's just like, be somber. Here, go buy your shit over here, take care of your car, achieve a home. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want, try and have a business. But like, it doesn't really come down to like, what if it gets real? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that education? Like, what do you got? Like, in the schools, they and out here, they bring us out for fire drills.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I think it really starts with, I think it starts like, really, it starts with us, you know, in the community, you know, but not everyone's going to be a leader. And then like, for everyone's different. So like, if I'm a barber, maybe I should do a workshop, you know? Yeah. If you like basketball, do a basketball workshop for the community. Because the city's not doing it, you know? And if they're doing it, it's like, where?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not hearing about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as I'm concerned, basketball hasn't really been a thing for like public schools for a minute. It's like more prep schools and shit. Yeah. You know, why is it like that for? You guys have money to send 500 M's anywhere across the world, but for our own education, for our own fitness, you can't even do that? Yeah. Small things? Come on. Need it.
And physical fitness is very... that and mental fitness go together. A lot of people don't realize. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I just learned the other day too? That's kind of like, it's kind of messed up that like schools get their funding based on how well their students do. in school. You know, so if you have a track record where, you know, the students aren't doing that well, the funding for that school is going to be very low, next to minimal. You know, the ones that do well, that have the ability to afford, you know, extracurricular activities and education and stuff like that. And then the students do well. Those are the schools that get the money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
not so hard to identify.
The design, the design is so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, for them, they're for a lot of people, for some people out here, their kids, they have the shot, you know? And then there's so much more people, their kids don't even have a shot, and they're being fed negativity and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Their environment is garbage and bad food. On top of that, you know?
You're against all odds. You have to make it. You know? We've been through those roads. You know, yo, there's nothing.
For us to even be here, I'm gonna just say this. For us to even be here and owning this shop, like, there's many instances where this was not even supposed to even happen. You know? Like this one right here, you know? And for those that are watching, and if they do watch this, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. But haha, you know what I'm saying? Like we're doing okay. But there's a lot of anti-well wishers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta kind of just go through that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really go through that, man. And you just, once you get there, you gotta keep going through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting comfortable is a real downer sometimes, you know? But that's the funny thing. We all seek it, you know? But then, like, you know, that place of becoming content, you know, it could get you stuck. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to keep moving through it, you know? You got to keep moving through it. So, man. Like, yo, Apollo Barbershop, man, you know, 163 John Street.
Listen, fam, it's good to see young Black entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? Man, them doing their own thing out here, able to have businesses, have business minds.
Yeah, you got to try.
Right? Like guys like you guys are inspirations to other kids that are coming up and are like, you know what? I can be a fucking gangbanger, or I can start my own business.
Right.
You can see that there's a choice, at least, rather than, okay, well, the only thing I see is that looks like me is gangbangers. Right. If you can see, there's some guys who are doing that, but then I also see the man them from over at Apollo Barbershop having their own shop, as well as other entrepreneurs in the city who have shops and clothing stores and restaurants and different things like that. Like entrepreneurship, you know what I mean? Yeah. Me with the studio, stuff like that. It encourages these young kids to say, okay, that could be me too.
Oh, most definitely. And that's how I kind of got into barbering, because I was hustling my whole life, you know? So one time I was just getting a haircut from my boy. Shout out the barber. Shout out Shadow.
Salute to Shadow.
And then, like, yo, I just asked the question, you know, like, how much do barbers make? And he told me the number. Bro, I looked down the aisle. I said, I could do this. And I told my brother, and the next day we bought clippers, you know? So, but like, in my head, I was like, if I sell a half quarter, that's $40.
Right.
10 half quarters is $4 If I could do 10 haircuts a day at $40, that's not $4. It's the same shit. Yeah. You just gotta apply that hustle, you know? You gotta find your 10 clients a day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just stick to it. Because when you first hit the block, what are you gonna do? Man's not giving you the strip. You gotta work for it.
This is true.
You start at the bottom, then you make your way up, you know? So it's like, if you take the easy way route, I could tell you your destination, but I'll let you find that out for yourself, you know?
No, a lot of people don't look at it and break it down into the way that their hustle works, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I could do the same thing, but instead of chops, haircuts. Yeah. My haircuts are my chops.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's how I had to think about it, you know? I'm like, my haircuts, those are my wops now.
Exactly.
You know? And I don't want to just disrespect people and say, like, you know, my client, because I built great relationships with my clients now. They're more like family members, you know, like, because they could talk to me about anything and they see the growth. We're all growing together, you know? But like, when I first came into barbering, I was like, I'm a hustler. If you know me, I was outside. You know, I was outside before Instagram, you know? Yeah. Man's are not even outside no more. Man's are in condos, OT, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like, But when man's were rapping back in the day, you actually had to be outside to rap. You know?
That's a fact.
You had to be outside because we had to see it.
Yeah.
We had to see it.
Yeah.
You know? But it's all good, you know? Everything grows, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing stays the same. But like,
Right.
for me, I knew I could apply my hustle and I'm a baller. So like, I have that grit and grind, you know? Like, I want to finish everything first. Like, so when I first started barbering, man, I'll be in the shop until like first man there, last man out.
Yeah.
New Year's, 12 o'clock, we're still cutting, you know? Me and my brother just driving, they all saying Happy New Year's, everyone's partying, doing something, you know?
Yeah.
We just always been trying to be focused, you know? Sometimes we slip up, we're not, you know, we're human beings. We're not perfect, you know?
Yeah.
But like, we're just trying to really just stay on our race, on our goals, not step out the lane, you know?
Yeah.
And that's very important when you embark on your purpose.
Yeah, man. We got our own cycles to break, you know?
Mhm.
We got our own family generational cycles to like, you know, to snap and shit. So like it's like that's what the motivation is, you know?
Yeah.
At this point, that's what the motivation is. It's a beautiful thing because it's a struggle, you know? You learn to appreciate the struggle.
Mhm.
You know, you learn to really appreciate it. Sometimes when you're really going through it, it's like it's hard to recognize that you're going through it. You know, like the struggle you need. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like the struggle you need. Like, it's not always gonna be, you know.
You don't realize the purpose until you get to the ending.
Facts.
Right? Because like before, like honestly, I was just using barbering to fund my bullshit. I didn't have no value of life.
Mhm.
I didn't even like, even from like hustling, I went from making $1,000 to working a job, $19 an hour. You know what that did to my mind? That shot my mind because now I didn't know the value of money, and my spending habits are so ridiculous. But I'm only making $585 a week.
Yeah.
You know, like it makes no sense.
You can do that in a day on a Friday.
Yeah,
Saturday.
but now we can do that, and now we can recognize our wrongs and where we went wrong. You know. And it's about really staying disciplined, you know? Sometimes you really have to shut off the bullshit.
Yeah. Those are the metaphors you got to use for these kids sometimes too. You know, you got to show them like how you just said, it's like, you know, this is like, it's like every cut's like a wok, you know what I mean? Like once you learn how to get good at it, you know what I'm saying? It becomes like a system, you know?
Right? So any of you kids out there, lost, need help, 163 John Street, pull up on me, we could talk. Shit, we can get you some clippers and start cutting, bro. This is not for me. This is for everybody, you know? This is for the culture. Like, everyone wants to be a boss, you know? Not everyone knows the steps. But, you know, I can't tell you the steps. I can show you, but you're going to have to put in the work, you know? Like, sometimes I thought I was going to get somewhere. I thought personally I'd be a lot further in my career than I should be. But I shouldn't be because I squandered a lot of opportunities engaging in bad energies and not putting my mind where it needs to be.
Yeah.
You know, so now I have to work triple time. You know, I go to the gym twice a day, cut hair, do everything, you know, on my shit. Like you slack 1 second, just know I'm on your ass. I'm coming up, you know?
Yeah.
And there's no stopping me this time.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. We're going. You know, even when we love hip hop, we're going. Everyone's going up this time. Energy's rising, you know? Because that drug shit, that drinking shit, I put that shit to my past. I'm not going back, you know? So that they had me in a headlock. And now I fucking got out. And now it's like that movie. You know, they're getting beat down. And then the man gets up and starts training. And then he's going to fight the biggest boss soon. Yeah. Well, I'm just starting to train. You know, like I'm on my way up the stairs, you know?
You're ready to fight the biggest boss.
You're right.
Yeah.
And that's my test. When I get to those levels, what am I going to do now? Am I going to revert to my old ways just because I have those things? Now am I going to be like, oh, let's turn up, let's do drugs. Nah, fuck bitches. Nah, nigga, we stay more disciplined. You know, now we're going to show the world what we're really about, you know? Yeah. And let them understand, you know? And then, bro, this is the concrete that rose. You know, like Tupac said, you know, I might not change the world, but fuck, I might say something in this interview that's gonna spark your brain, you know, and I thank you for allowing me to speak my mind and be honest with you. You know, that shit means a lot to me, bro. Our relationship is going to be forever cemented. You know, anything you need, you can be like, yo, I could call Banks. I know I could call Banks. Not I can't call Banks. I know that nigga's there. That's it. You know, that's how I go on in my life. I fuck with you. That's how I go on. If I don't fuck with you, I'm just deleting you on my life. Block your old energy. You know, you can't. We're rising, you know? Yeah. That's it.
If you like this video or any other videos like this, there's more that you can choose from. Make sure you like, comment, and share these videos, and make sure you subscribe right now.